From blueprint to reality, God bless. The wizard stood in the workshop early that morning, staring at the whiteboard where the design for the healing prototype system had been drawn the day before. It was one thing to imagine a machine. It was another thing entirely to build it. The wizard rolled up his sleeves. "All right," he said. "Time to turn theory into hardware." The workbench becomes a laboratory. The first step was gathering the components already scattered throughout the workshop. Boxes were opened. Tools appeared. Tables were cleared. Soon the workspace looked like a cross between a robotics lab and a medical clinic. The wizard began assembling the core platform, the base structure. The healing pod would begin with a sturdy adjustable platform, essentially a highly instrumented examination bed. The wizard selected a reinforced medical examination table, vibration-isolated support feet, adjustable elevation motors. The platform needed to be stable enough to support delicate sensors and robotic positioning systems. Elena checked the frame alignment carefully. "Precision matters," she said. "Even a few millimeters can distort sensor readings." Installing the sensor system, next came the most important part. The wizard installed the first wave of biosensors. These included heart rhythm monitors, respiration sensors, skin temperature arrays, blood oxygen monitors, muscle activity electrodes. Each sensor fed data into a central processing hub connected to the AI analysis system. Lyra's interface appeared on the large display. Sensor network online. Yvette watched the data streams begin appearing on screen. "It's alive," she said. "The Robotic Assist Arms." The wizard then installed two small Robotic Assist Arms mounted beside the platform. These were not large industrial robots. Instead, they were precise, gentle instruments designed for medical assistance. The arms could position diagnostic sensors, adjust monitoring devices, hold therapeutic tools, move slowly and safely near patients. Elena programmed the safety protocols. Maximum motion speed limited, collision sensors active. The wizard nodded. Safety first. The Therapeutic Modules. Now came the experimental section. The wizard installed small modules designed to deliver controlled therapeutic stimulation. These systems used technologies already studied in medicine: gentle ultrasound emitters, low-level electrical nerve stimulation, electromagnetic relaxation fields. Each system was designed to remain within safe medical ranges. The wizard emphasized something important. This device does not replace doctors. It simply offered supportive diagnostic and wellness tools. The healing environment. Anne had insisted on contributing something as well. She helped design the atmosphere around the pod. Soft, indirect lighting, comfortable blankets, calming music, gentle airflow. "Healing happens better when people feel safe," she said. The wizard could not argue with that. The first power-up. By late evening, the machine was assembled. The council gathered around. The wizard placed his hand on the power switch. Prototype healing pod, version 1. He flipped the switch. Lights came on. Sensors began transmitting data. The robotic arms moved slowly through a calibration sequence. Lyra announced, "All systems operational." The wizard let out a slow breath. It worked. The first volunteer. Of course, a machine like this required testing. Anne raised her hand immediately. "I'll go first." The wizard laughed. "You trust my engineering that much?" Anne climbed onto the platform. The sensors activated. Data streamed across the screens. Heart rhythm, breathing patterns, temperature maps. Lyra analyzed the signals. All readings within normal ranges. Anne smiled. Good to know. What the pod could already do. Even in its first version, the healing pod demonstrated several valuable capabilities. It could monitor multiple health signals simultaneously, detect abnormal physiological patterns, guide relaxation breathing programs, assist medical observation and recovery monitoring. This was not a miracle machine, but it was something important, a platform for future development. The wizard's reflection. Later that night, the wizard sat quietly in the workshop after everyone else had gone home. The healing pod glowed softly in the dim light. He thought again of the promise he had once imagined. The idea that one day, technology might help people heal more completely. Maybe someday, machines far more advanced than this one would exist. Maybe someday the legends of healing chambers would become reality. But every great technology begins somewhere, often in a small workshop, with a handful of curious people and the courage to try. The wizard closed his notebook and wrote one final line. Healing pod prototype. Operational. He smiled, because the journey toward healing the world had taken its first real step. God bless.